going to talk to Josh Hazlewood in a moment, boys. In fact, he's walking across the boundary rope in front of the member stand right now, and he's putting the cans on. So we'll be able to talk to Josh. Josh, Gus here, mate. Couldn't get the job done quite, mate. It was a tough old day and tough old test match with this weather, but great to have you back in the whites, mate.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable the last few days, you know, getting out after the rain and having to take 20 wickets in sort of 1.5 days is a tough ask. The wickets sort of didn't break up as much as we thought. Obviously, not a lot of traffic on it. But yeah, the boys fought hard today and picked up a few wickets.
Joshy Tubbs here, mate. Like Gussie, I was delighted to see you back out there in the whites. He bowled really well, 4 wickets in the first innings, 1 again in the second innings. How are you feeling, mate? It looked really good from up here, but how's the body pulled up after that performance?
Yeah, the body feels decent. I think, you know, when you play one-off tests at a time, it's probably harder on the body, to be honest. I think that, you know, if you get a second, a third and a fourth test in a row, you seem to adapt to the workload and your body sort of gets used to it and you got those miles in the legs. So a one-off test is not as easy as it sounds. It's funny to say that, but yeah, you don't quite have the miles in the legs and you probably blow a bit quicker than usual.
And the big thing about that, Josh, Mervyn Hughes here, is that you haven't had the work because you've been injured. Now, obviously you went through the fitness tests and that, but just your peace of mind, I suppose, state of mind with that side injury. You did it last year, you missed a few more games than you did this year, and you come back. Is it in the back of your mind, or you just say, mate, I've declared myself fit, I'm ready to go?
No, it's certainly not in my mind at all. It's declared fit and ready to go. It's probably the least of my worries towards the end. The legs were probably feeling it more than anything, but the side feels nice and strong. I've done a lot of work on it in the last month or so, and it felt really good getting through this test match.
And Josh, have you had a chance to have a chat with Nathan Lyon? 55 overs for 2 wickets in the last day and a half. Is he going to have a beer with Chris Gaffney later on this evening or not?
Yeah, probably not. I'm not sure. There's a lot of close calls there on the LBWs and the low catches to the ground as well. So yeah, a few decisions didn't go his way. I thought he stuck at it really well, and the luck will turn.
Hey, Josh, of course, we focus now on India, a wonderful series coming up there, over there, 4 tests, and then, of course, hopefully the World Test Championship and then 5 Ashes Test matches. No doubt, mate, you are pumped and excited about keeping yourself in good nick for those.
Yeah, absolutely. The next 3 weeks are really important in that regard to get some work into the body and, you know, come out really firing for those two series, plus the World Test Championship. They're the biggest 2 tournament series we play, India and England, so to play them away back-to-back, it's very exciting.
Well, you're getting together a really good squad at the moment, Josh. You've got, obviously, Scotty Boland didn't play. There was talks of Lance Morris playing. You've played Agar in this test match. You've got Renshaw back. We've seen Hanscom. It seems to us up here in the commentary boxes that you're getting a group of 15 or 16 players who can, well, hopefully, A, win in India, B, win as the Test Championship, and then beat the Poms in the Ashes. Is that how you're looking at it?
Yeah, Tubby, 100%. The feeling's great in the squad. It's not just the 11 players, as you mentioned there. There's sort of 4 or 5 extras, and along with our staff, we feel really close and we're really onto something here, it feels like. So, as you mentioned, huge test coming up the next 2 series, and that'll probably, you know, settle us where we stand in the scheme of things. So it's a huge test.
There was something going on at the SCG so much more important than the cricket this test match, Josh, with the McGrath Foundation, millions of dollars raised, you guys giving your pink hats at the start to Glenn and all the other stuff. And we hear in the background the AFL siren, and that means the kids can run onto the field. So keep yourself inside that rope, Josh. How good to see the SCG with all the sunshine down and all the kids running down to see you guys. Yeah, so important, the McGrath Foundation, the pink test match, and you guys are a bigger part of it.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. You know, huge crowds, even with the weather around. You know, day 5 crowd of upwards of near 20,000. So it's just on the board now. The virtual pink seats purchased as well. They've nearly met their mark. So it's been a great week in that regard. And yeah, we're always happy to help out Glenn.
And I see all these kids running on the ground, Josh. We're wondering why the game went so long in that last hour there. We thought you might come off with an hour to go. But was that sort of last 7 or 8 overs, was that for the crowd that's turned up today?
Yeah, I think in some regards, definitely. I think as well, just to give Ash a extended bowl there at the end, just to get a bit of a feel for things. You know, playing out in the middle in a test match, it doesn't happen every day, so there's no better practice. And as you see now, a lot of kids on the field, so it's great to see.
Last question before we let you go, Josh. Very difficult to find a man of the series because there's so many Australian players that have played so well, batters and bowlers. We're thinking maybe the skipper might get it, but you could give it to half a dozen. That's how well you guys have dominated this summer, but in particular this series.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. I don't think I've had. Well, I haven't played the first 2 games, but sitting off the field and watching us bat, I haven't seen anything like it this summer. It's been outstanding. So all credit to the batters in somewhat difficult circumstances sometimes, in particular Gabba, but to knuckle down and get big runs and give the bowlers their feet up, it's been fantastic.
Josh, thanks so much for joining us, mate. Congratulations on the comeback. We look forward to seeing you in India, mate. Thanks for spending some time on Triple M Cricket.
Cheers, thanks guys.
There you go, Josh Hazlewood. Isn't it nice to hear from him? He seems clear of mind and he's got through his body like you asked him, Merv.